Hello, sports fans. How are you doing? Today I'm going to answer the question that literally nobody asked. What can you do on Gran Turismo 7 with a Fiat 500 from the 60s? This absolute beast starts out with 16 horsepower. Let's see what we can do with it. So let's take it over to the tuning shop. We're just going to throw everything at this bad boy. Literally everything. We're going to pop some soft tires on it to start with. Now let's see if we can get a big old turbo. We can get a big old turbo on it. So let's start with the upgrade, shall we? We're just going to absolutely everything at this bad boy just to see what we can get out of it. 16 horsepower was the start, and we'll put on some carbon ceramic brakes as well, because you know those 16 horsepowers, they be taking some stopping. Let's put the racing silencer and manifold and air filter on her, and let's do all the engine upgrades too. This is going to be woefully underpowered still, I would think. And let's also put a high RPM turbocharger on it. And can we get an anti-lag system? We can't, but we can put a racing intercooler on. We can put a racing intercooler on it now. The thing about it is, this is going to weigh next to nothing either. So let's put the racing crankshaft on, the fully customizable computer, and I think that's it. Nope, we've still got more. We've got the bore up to put on it, high lift cams, high compression pistons, all of that is on it, and I think that's it. I think we're done. I think we're done, aren't we? I think we're done at that. We've put everything we can on it. I'm pretty sure that hasn't taken very long. And we've just spaffed loads of money all over the place. But we can weight reduce it to bring our power to weight up to something a bit crazy probably. Does that increase the PP? It does. We're aiming for high speeds. Whether we get high speeds is another thing. And we can't do stage 4 weight reduction. So there we go, 446 PP out of this absolute weapon of a vehicle. Why would, you know what, do we put NOS on it? We'll see how it goes without NOS first. I have a feeling this is going to be horrendously slow still, like pathetically so. But even so, let's go over to GT Auto and let's go to maintenance and servicing, and let us put the wide body kit on it because, you know, fast and furious. Let's get it done. Totally legitimate way mechanics wide body any vehicle by pulling on the quarter panels. There we go. That's looking swift. You can just see that this is a performance vehicle straight away. Just by looking at it, you can see that this thing is rapid, and it's just going to leave everything in its dust. So go to GT Auto and customize cars, because now we want to obviously we want to put a nice little splitter thingy on the front and a rear wing, because that just sets it off something. I mean, look at that. That thing is pure passion and speed. Pure speed. We've got to put some racing wheels on it. You know, I'm kind of wondering whether we make them big or not. Quite. What do we go for, guys? What do we go for? This is a kind of like them on it, you know. I actually came back to check what it had on it, and I realized basically hubcaps. What do we have? Ooh, they might work, you know. They might work. I feel like they may work. taking too long picking the wheels, but you know, these are actually like them. But what we're going to do is make them big boys and put them on a wide stance, because reasons. I mean, look at that thing. That is unbelievable. Absolutely unreal piece of kit this is. Racing items, let's put the bonnet pins on. Ooh, I think I'm going to go for Type B bonnet pins on there. And we need the tow hook for when it inevitably breaks down, because we've tuned this to within an inch of its life. Gonna leave that alone, to be honest. Caliper colour, I think I'm gonna go white. Actually, let's go green, because let's paint this as just a crazy colour. So we'll go to here and we'll search for greens. By the way, how amazing is this section? How amazing is this section? I think I want to go for that. Oh, do I? Maybe a bit darker. That's nice. That's nice. Let's go for the mantis green, shall we? Let's go for the mantis green, and let us give it a little paint. Special colors, and I want to go there. There we go. There we go. There we go. I mean, that thing is just pure performance, isn't it? That thing is just pure performance. This is going to have the Ferraris and all kinds of things just absolutely quaking. I don't even know how I'm going to test this. I need to find a race with a PP that is acceptable. What are we looking at here? 456 PP. So we need to find a race with 456 PP. And there we go. Look at that piece of weaponry. This thing is a beast. This thing is an absolute beast. Let's go and find a race. Okay then, here we are on the grid, ready to go. We've lowered it and we've made the gear ratio much longer, which looks like it could have been a terrible mistake. But we'll see. We could get 81 miles an hour out of her before, so we'll see what we can get now as we leave the Samba bus in the dust there. Oh, I'm not sure she's got enough horsepower to get up the gears now. Gonna have to really think about carrying speed as we drift round the first corner. She hasn't got the power capped in. You can hear the turbo spooling up, but it just doesn't seem to be enough. Even with a downhill, we are going about the same speed, in fact, in a straight line as we did before. We're getting an extra mile an hour, but probably getting there slower. She's very twitchy. Trying to keep those revs up. Taking over the RX-7 around the outside. Into the MX-5 slipstream. And there we go, the RX-7 flying along the outside of us, or inside. We're in this gaggle with a Honda Fit, the MX-5 and the AE86. We just did them all on the brakes, the carbon ceramics, paying dividends there. Trying to leave it in gear a bit longer without dragging the Honda Fit. Now we're on to the Civic Type R EK, using the downhill. Come on. I think we almost certainly need a shorter gear ratio. Really trying to keep conserve as many revs as possible and as much speed as possible. We've gone around the outside of the Civic, behind the Peugeot 208, that thoroughbred of the motorsport industry. Revving the nuts off this to try and keep everything spooled up. I really need to shorten fifth gear. It's a little bit insane how short fifth gear is. Down to third gear. Down to second gear. Only got 4 laps to prove the worth of this absolutely godlike weapon of Gran Turismo. It had to be done. I had to do it. I had to do it. See if we can get the inside of the Peugeot on the braking here. We can. Down to third gear. Now we're on to the Alfa Mito. That wonderful turbo sound. Pure power. There we go. Mini Cooper S. Can we catch it? I don't think we've seen the classic Mini. I'm sure I put one in the grid unless I passed it already. Turn to fifth gear too early there. Need to shorten that and really rev out in fourth. Gonna go down to third gear, keep some throttle on second gear. Past the Polo GTI, lapping the Samba bus. Right, we're revving through. We're just revving through. Okay, that was a bit better, I feel. She just doesn't have the torque to pull her through fifth gear. We're on the final lap. As we're approaching what I think is the Tundra. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh no! Oh no! I just couldn't handle the power. We've lost it. Let's rejoin the track. The Peugeot. The power was just too much, guys. Could not deal with it. Could not deal with it. Can we get the Peugeot before the line? Of course we can't. And there we go. The question that nobody asked, what can you do with that vehicle? I found out the answer, and the truth is, not a lot. You can spend some money, you can make something fun, but when I say fun, what I mean is it's gutless and it's twitchy on the handling. So I would recommend you don't do that even for fun. But there we go. I did it, so you didn't have to. There's brilliant Pit Lane Sim Racing consumer advice. Don't get the Fiat 500 from 1968 and spend loads of credits on it. It's a pointless endeavour. Thank you to my patrons. Your support really helps me continue to create content here on YouTube and all the other platforms. Thank you so much, and if you'd like to help support me, please check the link in the description.